Hi, I am live. It is about 1:30 in the morning. The woman who plays, and I'm TushyGalore. Hello, if you don't already know me. This story may be upsetting for some people. I'm just gonna say. It is 1:30 in the morning. Pardon me, I got a bag of trash under my tripod. Mm. Um, the woman who plays Trailer Park or Trailer Trash Tammy, who's just absolutely one of my favorite things in life. Her name is Chelsea Lynn, and she once said, and I quote her often on this. She says, "When people tell me that I'm funny, I say thanks. It's the trauma." And she had a really rough life coming up. Uh, drug addicted parents, and she and her two sisters lived with their grandmother in a mobile home that was sounds like it was little more than a shed. It was terrible, bad condition, and just her life was rough. And I think a lot of people that are funny, and I consider myself someone who's funny. I'm told I'm funny. I think a lot of us, uh, that's kind of the situation. Thanks, it's the trauma. And that's become a little saying around our house. So as I keep saying, it's 1:30 in the morning. I've just woken up. Woke up at 1. I've already done the whole bathroom, love on all the cats, look out the window, grab a Sprite. That's kind of what I do when I wake up. Why am I waking up at 1:30 a.m.? I'll try not to cry during this because it's pointless to cry. Um, this is dark stuff, and I feel kind of weird talking about it, but I felt compelled over the last few days to do so. So here we go. Um, when I was a child, um, I was heavily traumatized. We had a person living with us in our house, a man who was extremely crazy, very mean, very sadistic, and he would come into my room at night, my sister's in my room, when he thought we were asleep. And he'd come over to my bed. Well, first he'd go to my sister's and he would pray over her, get down on his knees and pray over her and caress her and thank God for her. Like literally pray to God and have this long prayer session going on, thanking God for her and praying about how beautiful she was and smart and precious and what an angel she was. And thank God for her. Then when he was done done worshiping her, he would come over to my bed. And it's not what you think. I know where your mind's going. It's not at all what you think. As a matter of fact, you probably could not imagine what it is. After thanking God Almighty for my sister, who I love and I don't resent one bit at all, she deserves all good things in life. He come over to mine and kneel down. Like his head was like here, right? He thinks I'm asleep. And he would pray over me as well. But he would pray to God about, why did you curse me with this child? She is, excuse me, disobedient. She's rebellious. She's whatever. He'd come up with all this stuff about me. Why did you curse me at this child? And then he would proceed to talk to God about how he wants me dead. And talk to God about the ways that he could kill me. And the things he would say to God about me out loud, right next to me, right here. And he did that for years. And there's lots more abuse. A lot of it verbal, just crushing my spirit. I gotta plug my phone in. Um, Sorry, low power on my phone. Gotta plug it in. So I'm trying to find the outlet. Pardon the noise. I know it's clickety clacking in your ear. Okay. So he would do this, and a lot of he wanted to stab me to death. And he'd come in at night, talk to God about it, right by my head. So my bed, being in bed, became a frightening thing. I did not want to be in my bed. I did not want to go to sleep. I could not go to sleep. I became hyper vigilant because this man was going to kill me while I was asleep. He was going to sneak in my room, thinking I'm asleep, and he's going to stab me to death or strangle me or whatever. So then in the morning, he would tell us all about the wonderful dreams he had about murdering us. So this went on for years and years and years. I failed to sleep at night. I would stay up. I would make myself stay up. I would listen to the radio, listen to AM talk radio, which back then wasn't a bunch of conservative freak show, Rush Limbaugh. It was interesting stuff. And I would listen to Larry King's show half the night. I would listen to Sally Jesse Raphael. I would listen to whoever I could find to keep me awake and help me to not think about the person. So I would do that. And once I heard him up in the morning, getting ready for work, I figured it was safe to go to sleep because he was too busy to think about killing me. So I go to sleep about 5 in the morning. And that has continued on into my 50s. And if I fall asleep like I did tonight at like 7 o'clock, I think I may have fallen asleep a little earlier than that, even maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening or afternoon. I wake up at midnight. I wake up at midnight. I know I'll do it every time. I say, well, I'm not going to sleep all night. I'll wake up at midnight. And I do. And I mean, that's a little flexible. Sometimes it's 11:30. Sometimes it's 1 o'clock. But I wake up at midnight. And I'm up for the night. I get hyper sometimes at night. And I don't sleep at night. It's very rare. It's very, very rare. Because I don't feel safe. And John absolutely does not go and check the front door. So a lot of times, like tonight, I wake up if I've fallen asleep for him, and he's the one that goes in and out all the time. And I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and my front door's unlocked. So that doesn't fucking help anything. So I just accepted that that was how I was, and that's just how my life is going to be. I feel safer during the day. I sleep during the day. I like to go to sleep right before the sun comes up. Sleep till noon or whatever. So that sucked. And so now here I am, living here. Y'all know that watch me at all. You know, I live in a nasty area. I live in a little ghetto area with a bunch of crazy people and drug addicts and child molesters and bullshit like that. I live in one of the worst neighborhoods in Fayetteville. And so finding that front door unlocked is a nightmare that happens regularly. Um, so I'm sorry, I'm having trouble talking. It's mental stuff. It's the trauma. Uh, so about 3 years ago, I guess 2 3 years ago. Okay, here at these apartments we have exterminators that come in once a month. No one ever leaves a note on our door saying there will be exterminators in your home tomorrow. There's no particular date. It's around the 20th, but um, they tend to come in kind of early when I'm asleep. And one day I'm back in my bedroom, in my bed, sleeping. I wasn't wearing much. Lights out, light dimming curtain closed. Very dim room. I don't remember what woke me up, but I opened my eyes, and mind you, without my glasses, the world is a big blur. I opened my eyes, and there's a man standing at the foot of my bed. And I'm all into the paranormal and have heard so many accounts of Shadow Man. I'm surprised that's not what I thought it was. He's kind of short, so it didn't intimidate me too much. But there was a stranger standing in my bedroom just staring at me. Just staring at me while I slept. I woke up and said something to him. And he said, "Oh, I'm the exterminator. I'm just here doing my job. I'm just doing my job." I said, "You don't need to be in my bedroom. Get out of here." They exterminate under the refrigerator and I think under the sink in the kitchen. Sometimes they do it in the bathroom too. Sometimes not. I said, "You don't need to be in my bedroom." And he left. He apologized and he left. And it seems like I told him, I said, "I sleep days." Something like that. I'm asleep. And I thought, okay, well, that was an accident. Maybe he thought this was the bathroom, or I don't know. I tried to let it go and just, people make mistakes, right? I don't remember how much in the future this was, but he did it again. And this time, I kind of yelled at him. And he said, "I'm just doing my job." I said, "It's not your job to be in my bedroom staring at me while I'm asleep. Get out of my house. Do your job and get out." And why I didn't report it, I don't know. And I actually stood with the guy in my kitchen the next time he came to exterminate. And I told him, "Look, pal, I'm sleeping during the day. Do not go in my bedroom. You're not allowed in there. I do not welcome you in there. You spray under the fridge and you fucking leave, okay? I do not want to wake up with you standing in my goddamn bedroom ever again." And he said, "I'm so sorry. I'm just doing my job. I'm the exterminator." The same stupid excuses. So a few months go by. He may have done this every month and maybe I just didn't wake up. I don't know. So a few months later, it happens again. He's just standing there right by the side of my bed this time. I wake up, you know, laying there in probably nothing but my panties, maybe a t-shirt or a little nightie. I don't even remember. But he just stood there. And I laid there looking at him, and he just stood there. And I started screaming at him at the top of my lungs. And I used every curse word I knew. And he said again, I'm just doing my job, lady. And I said, I'm going to kill you next time you come in my home. I've got a gun. I've got a knife. I've got swords. I'm going to fucking kill you. Get out of my home, you motherfucker. Get out of my home. And he left, like apologizing and making excuses all the way to the front door. And I told the landlord. He seemed nonplussed. Every male I told about it seemed like, good for you for running him out. You took care of the situation. You handled it. Every woman I told was horrified. Horrified. As the males should be. And didn't seem to be. So I felt unsafe in my own home, in my own bed. I felt unsafe to sleep. I felt unprotected and unsafe. No one protected me when I was a child. They allowed an abuser to just abuse me and abuse me and abuse me and abuse me. And now as an adult. So I found out later, though, that John had called them and gave them all kinds of hell. After the fact, he didn't tell me that he called them and gave them all kinds of hell. I still see their fucked up looking vans out here. It's still the same company exterminating. They're probably the cheapest ones in town. I thought they had stopped coming in altogether. Because I told my apartment manager, I said, I have a gun, it is loaded. I have a switchblade, it is within reach. I have brass knuckles, I have swords. He can take his choice before he even gets here because he's not going to leave alive. I said, I assure you, if I wake up and this son of a bitch is standing there staring at me again, he's going to get more than cussed at. So, someone else showed up at the door knocking one day, and I was here awake, and I let them in. And he, it wasn't the same guy. It was somebody else, and he very quickly. But just seeing the van kind of triggers me. Just seeing it out there upsets me. I have to get a picture of it and show y'all. It used to kind of amuse me. I don't know if you all remember, some of you older people that watch Saturday Night Live may recall. In the 90s, there was a little cartoon series they ran on Saturday Night Live, and it was Gays, Ace and Gary. And they were crime-fighting superhero kind of things. And they were the ambiguously gay duo. It's like they would say and do things that seemed extremely gay, extremely homoerotic. But it kind of wasn't. It was supposed to be they were doing something else. It just looked that way. And they drove a car. It looked like a giant penis. But they have a character on the side of their van that looks it's very, very homoerotic, very Ace and Gary. A guy who's super muscly with a huge freaking bulge, and he's wearing like a skin tight kind of a crime fighting superhero sort of outfit. It's weird. It's really weird. And unfortunately, that dude doesn't show up. Some short little weirdo. Short old weirdo. I don't want anybody standing there watching me sleep. Unless, John or something. So now I don't feel safe sleeping during the day. And I pretty much don't feel safe sleeping at all. Like, at all. Because here I fell asleep on the couch tonight. I woke up, John's asleep in the bed, and the front door is unlocked. And someone stole my car from right outside my door, like within 8 feet of my front door. And we have someone who goes around and just randomly tries to open doors and go inside their homes and randomly opens car doors and looks for things. And he just leaves shit unlocked. That's how my car got stolen. I don't feel safe. I don't feel like I'm being protected. I feel unsafe. So here I am up for the night and probably up for most of the morning. And then I'll fall asleep in the late afternoon or sometime in the afternoon because right now that's the only time in my life that feels safe. Sometimes I only sleep a couple of hours and I wake up and I check things and I go back to sleep later and sleep a couple more hours and it's no way to live and makes it hard for me to get things done during the day or go places with people. So I've just admitted some of the horrors of my life to you. And I hope that it will help you to understand me a little better. And, it's why I'm fat. I'm a child of trauma. I'm a child of tremendous trauma way before the exterminator. Uh, I have forgiven my abusers, my abuser. I've forgiven my abuser because he's a much better person now, and he's worked very hard to be a better person. So, sad Tushy, I don't have anything to say to end this on an up note, so I'm just going to end it. I love all of y'all. Thank you for watching. I know there's 2 of you out there watching me live. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. There's your kiss. It's lip gloss. You can't see it. Bye.